All right, hey everybody. I'm going to show you the foundation of scalar energy. Now, I started making orgone pyramids, and then you can actually put voltage into those orgone pyramids if you leave some wires hanging out that wrap around the crystal in the pyramid. But if you want to start shooting Rife frequencies through those pyramids, then you can not just shoot raw voltage, but you can actually make specific frequencies. So what kind of frequencies? Well, Schumann resonance, you can do solfeggios, but I'm going to teach you how to do scalar energy, and this is the foundation of all of our scalar energy that we put through these coils, okay? So this is very, 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 very important. I'm doing this tutorial so you understand and learn what scalar energy is and how complex it is for people who make scalar frequencies, okay? So we're shooting scalar frequencies through these devices, the Rodin coils, the Tesla coils, orgone pyramids. So here you go. Here's it, and sit back and learn, because this is gonna be very informative and it's gonna look complicated, but you have to understand we are people who are doing something that you've got to understand what scalar energy is and be able to tell people. So I'm going to try and explain it very user-friendly and easy for you to understand. Okay, so here we go. Flip my camera. So what we have here is the program that I design frequencies on. Increase this. Now there's music playing in the background because I'm at Starbucks, so don't mind me. Okay, so we have this channel right here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a frequency. Now, let's say this one channel here has a piano, and this is what it looks like, okay? So this one track, the track, you can see it right here, has a piano, right? This is what it would kind of sound like. I'm just playing on my keyboard. So there's different frequencies that you can play. But we want just a regular bass tone frequency because that's what we're making. I just like a beep. I'm gonna take this. Now this is the kind of complexity that you're dealing with when you're making frequencies, okay? I understand these because I used to make electronic dance music, but I'm gonna X out this C, this E, and this F because it's highlighted. We're just gonna start off with a regular tone because that's giving me a preset. And I'm gonna actually just click here, and instead of all these things, I'm just gonna go to a sine wave. So that's just a regular oscillation. Sorry, let me go here. A wave. So let's hit that, sine. Now you're gonna hear it. See if we can. Because now it's really quiet because of, let me turn up the volume. There's volume, crank it. And I'm gonna crank the volume on here so we can hear this. Yep, it's up. Let's see if we can hear it. So you can hear that, right? Sound changed from what it was. Now, let's say that we're dealing with a frequency of a piano, right? So here you have a piano. You have C, C sharp, D3, D sharp. This is on the third octave. Basically, here you go. A, B, C, D, F, G. Let's say we're making in the A3. I'm gonna draw in a note. There, that's an A3, but that's tuned to 440 hertz. 440. That's how much the frequency, how many oscillations, 440 oscillations for this beat that it's in. But let's say we wanted to change that to, let's say, 418, right? We want to tune it. Or let's say we want to tune this to the Schumann resonance, because really every note can be a frequency. Doesn't have to be 440, it could be 449.3, 449.12389, whatever. You can change these frequencies. We want to change this to something like, let's go to the solfeggios, right? Not really solfeggios. Let's pick one online, okay? So watch this. Let's go to Rife, R-I-F-E, frequencies. Now, Royal Rife was a person in the 19s and 20s who came up with a list of frequencies, right? So we're gonna go to something like his list of frequencies that he used. And I'm just gonna type into the search list. Okay, for instance, right here, 727 hertz for bacteria. So let's tune our piano to 727, just for kicks and giggles. This is how you would do that, okay? So right now, this track, that's what you're getting. Semitones and the fineness of it. What is a semitone? So these are semitones here. Semitone, 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 semitone. Actually, two tones together equal a whole tone. Whole tone, whole tone, whole tone. It could be a whole tone here, it could be a whole tone here, it could be a whole tone. Two equal a whole tone. A half tone is considered a semitone, just a tone. You have to know that because when you go to here, there's something smaller than a semitone. There's actually tones in between these little tones, and they're called fine on here. This is the only software that I ever found that you can do this. But watch when you turn this thing. It's called sense. If you turn that semitone, you'll see 6 semitones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so forth. But if you tune that fine here, you are actually getting what's called cents. And cents are actually these little frequencies in between these semitones. That's mind-blowing, because that means that we can tune our piano to a smaller frequency. So let's try and do that. So how do we do that first? Well, let's look at this thing right here that I downloaded. It's right here. This is a list. A, B, C, D, F, G. Let's go through here. There's the notes. They always call this like middle C, around 3. Middle C is kind of the middle. But usually people tune to this C here, 440 as you see. That's A4. But what did we want to do? We wanted to tune to a different frequency. And if you see, we wanted to tune to around 770, but that doesn't connect right here. Okay, so how can we change that? Here we go. Watch this. This is what we're going to do. So as you can see, these are frequency hertz. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to change the tone of this 440 into a different frequency so we can hit, what did we say? Let's go there. We're going to hit 727 hertz for Staphylococcus bacteria general healing. You could do herpes, you could do tuberculosis, general healing. You could do anything, candida, yeast, but let's do 727. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pick the closest thing to 727, which is right around F5. You see 529 is on E5, 698 is on F5. Remember that. This is going to be interesting. F5, we want to land around F5. So here we go. You bring up this, and this is how complicated it is, and I don't think many people figured this out or has figured this out, but we want to hit 727. So what we're going to do is go to here, and there's something called a frequency calculator. What's our frequency? Well, we saw here F5 was what? Sorry, I got to go back to this here. So you just plug it in. Where's F5 again? A, B, C, D, E, F. F5, 698.46. 698.46. 698.46. Pitch reference. The tuning standard for musical pitch is. And, sorry. This is what I want it to be. I want it to be 698.46. And what I want it to be was what? 727? Let me go back one more time. We want it to be 727. So let's plug that back in. 727. Now watch what it does. It actually shows us the note is A, number 4, frequency, and offset. Let's go down one here. I'm going to make sure we do this right. It says right here, A number 4. Let's look what A number 4 is here. A number 4 is 440, but it increased it to 730.457. 6.21 cents. So what it is to get from A4 to that is going to be a difference of, let's see here, remember how to do this, F5. I think, can we change this? It's been a while since I did this. Reference pitch, the tuning standard for musical pitch is 440, frequency 727. All right, well, that's it. Don't worry about these two things. I think that's, I don't know what that is saying, but it's tuning up 8.21 cents. To get from here to here, that's what you have to tune it to. So let's do that. So first of all, what we want to do is we want to put this frequency on F5 because that's what we were dealing with. Oops, there's F5 right here. Boom. So when you hit this, it's usually going to hit, because this is in 440, you just bounce this up, it's going to be, just X out of there a little, and this. Here we go. I always put things back sloppy here. F5 is at 698, so to get it up to the frequency between this and this, you got to go up 8 cents. You got to go 8.3 cents. So here's what we're going to do. Because as you can see, the next tone is past 727, right? So we're not going all the way up to the next tone. We need to find this inner next frequency. So it's saying that you have to go up 8.3 cents. So here's the fine. And as I said, I'm going to restart this program because I think I changed it. I was messing around with the knob. So let me do a fresh install of my software here. So, well, you know what? I don't want to do that because I'm going to have to, yeah, I'll do it. Okay, so plugins. We're going to instruments. Where's my plugins? Alright. Which one do I use? Here we go. Oh, that's why I have something clicked already. Okay, so there it is. Oh, this you gotta hack through it. Alright, I'm gonna click on this again. And we're gonna go to my instrument. We're gonna click up. It's already clicked off. Okay, so here we go. Up 0.82. So there's the fine. And I'm gonna just put it up 8 cents. 7. You know what? I'm going down. Because sometimes you have to lower this, but sometimes you don't have to lower it. So 0.8. Now, we'll hold Alt. You can go up a little more. Now, on the cents, you don't have to hit it exactly at 8.2 because this is such a fine frequency. It's okay. Let's just see something here. Almost want to put the phone down. I wish I had somebody holding this. Just see something here. Usually, just make sure that sense is okay. Yeah, see, now I'm able to control that fine. Okay, so we want 8.2. Let me go down here to 8. Go up. There it is. Oh, I had it. Very finicky. There it is, 8.2. Now, when this plays on that piano note, I just tuned this piano to get my piano up here. There we go. Now that is tuned to what? What did we tune it to? I just tuned it to a healing frequency for Staphylococcus bacteria general healing. So literally I just tuned this piano. So actually, if you were suffering, let's say from this, there's many frequencies that you could tune to. But if you're struggling with that frequency, I can actually make harmonies. If you play a triad, da, 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 you can actually make a triad out of that. You can make 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, you see that? 1, 2, 3, so 5 plus 3 is 8. The next one can go up here. 5, 6, 7, 8. I just basically made a Fibonacci sound. You can go up again. 1 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I just made a Fibonacci pattern based on 727. You could do that with any frequency. Schumann resonance, you could do it for Lyme's disease, so on and so forth. I want you to understand this part. This is a long video because I want you to understand what scalar energy is now. Now we have the right frequency, but watch this. If I go to, and this is very, very deep, and I almost want to make this a different video, maybe part 2, because right now people are like, well, what the heck did you just do, Tobiah? I just tuned this piano, but I want to show you how to make scalar energy because that's what originally I said, and I needed to bring you here. But basically what scalar energy is, if I double this track, I go Control, Duplicate, Edit, Duplicate. I'm going to duplicate this track. I'm going to delete these tracks just so you can see what I'm doing better. Now, if I want to make scalar energy, I have to have 2 tracks, 2 channels, stereo, 1 left, And you got to pan that left and pan that right. Why do you have to do this? Because this one is going to play this sound. It's going to play this frequency right here. Oh. Now I'm not getting that signal playing. But anyways, basically you're playing that frequency. But this one has to play the exact opposite frequency. So what you actually have to do to this is how you make scalar energy. I'm going to click on this track. And there is something, and I already have it set up here. Get this out of the way. And it's called phase invert. So basically what it's doing is on one side of your ear, you could say, is playing the frequency. Bop, 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 bop. But the other one's going to be upside down to that. So it's called phase invert. So we're going to just do phase invert, and that channel's on. So that's actually going to play this frequency totally backwards. So when that's coming out of the computer, it's going to go into the mono cable, and it's going to cancel each other out, and that's magnetic scalar energy. It's not heard, it's felt. I can explain more, but when I'm talking about scalar energy, and I'm putting it through pyramids, I'm putting it through Rodin coils, that is the essence of it. It's not heard, it's felt, because it's canceling each other. And they say the scalar field is like the Higgs boson field. It's the field within the photon and neutron. So, the photon, the neutron, and the positive, negative. I don't think of positive is photon, neutron is negative, but it's all that field inside that's called the scalar energy, and it's magnetic, it's vortex, right? So frequencies themselves can play scalar energies, and this is how you make a scalar energy. And I made it Rife frequency, and I made it based on that tone 727. So that's how you do it. It looks very boring here because you're not really seeing a lot of stuff, but you are definitely. Let me actually just do make sure that we're playing. Let me actually play. I'll play. That's kind of what it would sound like on both tracks. Okay, so you would have this playing, and at the same time you have this playing, but one of them, so I gotta click off that inversion. They both had inversion, so clicked off one. I'm in a Starbucks, so I don't want to blast these people. Here we go. We just make sure that everything's correct. This is on. Oh, it's on solo. Okay, that's why. I sold that. Okay, here's both of them together. So that's basically both of them playing together, and there's scalar energy in that. So that's all I have for you today. Again, you have to know this, because when you're playing sounds through a Rodin coil, one's going one way, the wrapping is going the other way. It's kind of canceling each other out magnetically, but frequency-wise, you have to have dual channel, stereo, canceled into one mono cable to really make a Rife frequency turn into scalar energy. So very powerful stuff right there. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next time, and comment and like and subscribe, and make sure that you're up on what we're doing on scalarvortex.com. See you later.